Well, hello. Let's all take a deep breath together, shall we? Let's do it. Still breathing. Okay. So I want to connect some dots today, and I'm going to take it too far and beyond. Because, holy crapoly, what the heck timeline are we in right now? What kind of Twilight Zone misogyny craziness is happening? Like, I am 55 Gen X, and I am going to say that let's look at two sides of a coin here. Let's look at the male loneliness epidemic, which is just death throes of patriarchy, and the rape academy. We're going to go there because I do believe it is important for women and men to tell their stories, not out of just some Me Too way, which in some ways was necessary and helpful, in other ways was a completely failed movement that would, to me, in my opinion, was led by a biological male pretending to be female. So I'm a female weighing in on female perspectives, okay, as someone who has been raped. So if that's upsetting to you, look at that. TMI, or keep it to yourself, or I don't want to hear that, or that's too much, or go get therapy, right? That's rape culture. Not just a rape academy where they teach people to rape, but it's how people respond when we share these experiences. So to me, it's absolutely insane that men are blaming their loneliness on women, but it's also absolutely makes sense because they blame everything on us. And I just saw a meme that said somewhere there is a man who's mad at you for what he did to you. And that sums up the last 10 years of my life and of many women's lives. That we get punished and exiled and emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually, and financially abused. Let's talk about why the financial part matters almost the most. Because you can go get therapy for all the other stuff. But for the financial part, there's something extra sleazy about a man, yes, exploiting his wealth and using it as a power leverage thing against women, against the mother of his children, against his former partners, using his money to surveil and stalk and gaslight and, gang stalk her and pressure her and bully her and intimidate and threaten her. And do this through, I've seen vile, heinous things like exes texting their partner the ways they're going to kill her and how that makes them hard. Okay? So something's gone wrong somewhere. And it isn't just that we have pedophiles in charge, although that's a big part of it. And it isn't just, I was young and dumb and immature and I didn't treat women right. Now I'm sober and I'm better and I'm not as lonely because I've gotten some therapy. Okay, get lonelier then. Get lonely and stay lonely. Be a forever bachelor or marry someone half your age and go procreate other little shitbags just like you. You want a family? You got it. Go get one. Add water. You're in one. You're in the Illuminati family. You're in a gang. You're in a mafia. You're in a cabal. And so if that makes you lonely, look at the choices you made to get you there. That's all. And yeah, I think a lot of them took it too far when they got together and decided to try to bully content creators who didn't have their reach or their voice or their money. So do we care about the male loneliness problem? We do not. Do we care about the mental health problems of men? Of course. Because it affects us. Because we have had to walk on eggshells around their egos our whole lives. We have had to walk with keys between our knuckles at night to get to our car. We have had to check our drinks when we've gone to the bathroom in places. We have had to go to the morning after pill after incidents, whether it be in college or on a date. We have had to fill out police reports, not me personally, but I know women who have actually done that because they thought that they were going to get help, and they didn't, because the rape kit sat on a shelf and nobody cared. So why did nobody care about children and women getting raped for millennia, but suddenly we're supposed to care about the men who raped us being lonely because we won't put up with their crap anymore? Not happening. Okay? They took it too far. They took it all too far when they flipped the script thinking that we were going to take the blame for their deficiencies, inadequacies, and jealousies and insecurities. We're not doing it. That is not our role. We've already been burdened enough by your problems that you won't get help for. Go get some better help. Get some therapy. Get an exorcism and get a clue. And I'm only talking to the ones who can hear me. And the ones who are triggered or threatened by that, look at that. The ones who know that's not you, then I'm not talking to you, okay? But yeah, women's rage is going to be a force on this planet. It already is happening. The scales are tipping and the tides are turning, and men can just get lonelier. It is not our problem, and it never was. There you go. There's a way to start your day with a little fury and a little passion and a little truth, because these things are sorely and desperately needed on these topics. With the podcast bros who are talking about how they're high value men, please. Okay, a high value man does not intimidate, bully, or communicate indirectly, or ghost, or, do hot and cold mind games. That's not a high value man. That's not a man at all. That's a broken little boy who needs help and won't get it because he's stubborn, who needs to spin things and make it sound good because he cares about image more than he cares about accountability or truth or honesty or evolution. So no, we don't care if you're lonely, because we're not. We have friends, we have lives, we have richness, we have patience. With being single and being alone and having fun, not being tortured by someone who wants to project upon us, who wants to deflect us and reject us and then obsess about us and own us and cares what we think but not what we think, cares what we think about them but not what we think about anything else, cares not one bit how we feel, how they made us feel, and yes, how we allowed them to make us feel. They don't care. They never did. They never will. Please stay lonely. If you're an abuser, stay lonely. If you're a liar, stay lonely. If you're a cheater, stay lonely. If you're a good man, come closer. And we will make exceptions for you. We will see you as our brothers, as our friends, as our allies. But we're not going to communicate with you indirectly. We're not going to be gaslit. And we're not going to pretend that your loneliness is ever our problem. That's a your problem thing. That's a you thing. So deal with it. Deal with it, deal with it, deal with it. And we see you the way we see you because of your actions and your behaviors. And you want forgiveness and compassion for the past, yet you do not change those actions or behaviors. That's not happening either. However, I believe anybody can be redeemed at any time with honesty and with truth and bravery. And if you say you're not scared and that you're ready to face yourself and what you've done, then do it. And if not, go away and be lonely, okay? We have better things to do than wage your stupid wars or be collateral damage in your internal wars or be projected upon because you felt rejected by your mommy and you didn't get hugged enough and you feel lonely and inadequate. Lonely and inadequate versus safety for women? Come on now. There is an old Margaret Atwood quote, which is, men are afraid of being laughed at and women are afraid of being murdered. We are not the same. There is no level playing field if you use money or the airwaves or your famous friends, for example, to try to break someone down when they're trying to build a career, a life, a community, sanity, peace. Then shame on you, and you deserve whatever karma comes your way. Will we forgive and have compassion for people who are doing the work, who are changing, who are actively showing and demonstrating different behaviors? Absolutely. We'll give you grace and space. Does that mean we owe you our vaginas or our hearts? Absolutely not. Get over that thought that you're going to win us like a prize. That's not seeing us as a human. Stay lonely. Bye.